Once upon a time, in a small coastal village called Marlin's End, there was a lighthouse that stood tall at the edge of the cliffs. Its warm, golden light had guided ships safely through treacherous waters for decades. The villagers loved their lighthouse, not only for its utility but because it symbolized hope. No matter how fierce the storms, the light never faltered. In this village lived a young man named Jacob. Jacob had grown up watching the lighthouse, dreaming of becoming its keeper someday. However, life had other plans. Jacob's father, a fisherman, had passed away when Jacob was just 10 years old, leaving the family struggling to make ends meet. His mother worked tirelessly at the village bakery to support Jacob and his younger sister, Eliza. Jacob, now 22, worked odd jobs around the village. He was strong, kind, and always ready to help anyone in need. Yet deep down, he felt lost. He often found himself staring out at the sea, wondering if his life would ever amount to more than small, menial tasks. One stormy evening, as the wind howled and waves crashed against the cliffs, a messenger arrived at Jacob's door. The lighthouse keeper, old Mr. Greaves, had fallen ill. The lighthouse needed tending, and with no one else available, the task fell to Jacob. His heart raced as he climbed the spiral staircase for the first time. The storm outside roared with a ferocity he had never seen before. The light was dim, barely flickering. Jacob had watched Mr. Greaves work countless times but never realized how intricate the machinery was. Fear gripped him. What if he couldn't do it? What if a ship was lost because of him? He took a deep breath, recalling Mr. Greaves' patient instructions. The light must stay strong, he whispered to himself. With steady hands, he cleaned the lens, refueled the lamp, and adjusted the mirrors. Hours passed as he battled his doubts, but the light finally shone bright, cutting through the darkness like a beacon of hope. The next morning, the storm subsided, and the villagers celebrated Jacob's success. Yet, for Jacob, it was just the beginning. He volunteered to assist Mr. Greaves regularly, learning everything he could about the lighthouse. Over time, he discovered that keeping the light alive wasn't just about mechanics. It was about resilience, responsibility, and faith. Months later, tragedy struck. A large merchant ship sent a distress signal during another fierce storm. Jacob, now more experienced, sprang into action. The storm was worse than any he had faced before. As he worked tirelessly to maintain the light, a memory surfaced. His father telling him, "In the darkest nights, we find the brightest stars." He realized then that his purpose was clear. He wasn't just tending to a lighthouse. He was safeguarding lives, guiding lost souls to safety. With renewed determination, he kept the light burning through the night. The ship's crew later recounted how the beacon had been their only guide, saving them from certain doom. Word of Jacob's heroism spread, and the villagers began calling him the guardian of the light. But Jacob never sought fame. To him, the lighthouse was more than a job. It was a reminder that even in the face of life's storms, we all have the power to shine. Years passed, and Jacob became the official lighthouse keeper. His sister Eliza grew up and started teaching at the village school, inspired by Jacob's dedication. Together, they transformed their struggles into strength, proving that adversity could shape us into something greater. The lighthouse continued to stand tall, its light a symbol of hope, just as it always had been. And Jacob? He learned that sometimes, when we feel the most lost, we're on the verge of discovering our true purpose.